What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update. And in this video, we have a lot of really big news to go over. And I'm going to give you all the details of that about the second stimulus check and the unemployment extension update. Also, we're going to talk about how some people will be receiving $900 checks later on in this video. But first, if you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button down below. It's completely free to do so. This way you won't miss out on second stimulus check and unemployment extension updates. My wife and I do all the research for you guys every single day so we can bring you all the information in a quick, concise video. And don't forget to smash the like button for us down below. It really helps out our channel. Okay, first up, the Senate Republicans have released their new skinny bill, their new stimulus package bill, their stimulus check bill, whatever you want to call it. They have released it late last night, and if you didn't catch my 8 p.m. video, then you missed out on all the details. So to briefly recap those, you can also read along here. The bill released by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell includes a $300 per week federal unemployment benefit through the end of the year, another round of Paycheck Protection Program funding, and liability protections from virus-related lawsuits. It also includes $105 billion for schools and an additional $16 billion for virus testing. So that would extend the federal unemployment boost money or bonus money to the end of the year to the tune of $300 per week, which is what the majority of states are receiving right now. Majority of states are receiving $300 per week, but it's going to be running out here probably this week. FEMA has announced that that money is running out, and this will most likely be the last week. A lot of states are still waiting on their money. I'll get to that here in just a minute on what's going to happen with that. But this also includes another round of Paycheck Protection Program money, which is money that goes to small business owners, and it goes to them to pay for the paychecks of their employees. So basically, it helps small business employees keep their jobs, and it helps small businesses stay in business, as we're seeing a record number of small businesses go out of business right now. This also includes liability protection for businesses to get a liability protection from being sued from the virus, people that catch the virus or think they caught the virus at that business. This would help protect them from the liability of that. We're not sure how the details of that are going to work yet. And it also includes $105 billion for schools so that they have money to protect from the virus, extra cleaning supplies, cleaning machines, UV light machines that kill the virus in the filtration system, all sorts of different things like that. It helps give schools money so that they can pay for this stuff. Now, what wasn't included was stimulus checks. So we had a lot of good things in there, like, the money for unemployed, money for small business owners, small business employees, but no checks. So a lot of people won't benefit from this stimulus package. Well, that's not all bad news, because the Democrats came out and said right away that the bill didn't include enough, and they're calling it a non-starter, that they don't want to agree to it. Now, the Republicans did say a few days ago that this was a starting point for negotiations, and that they were going to probably have to negotiate with the Democrats on this bill. So there's a couple scenarios that could happen here with the stimulus checks. Number one is the Democrats decide to negotiate with the Republicans and they add in the stimulus checks. Both the Democrats and the Republicans have had bills that included $1,200 stimulus checks and money for dependents. The Democrats had the HEROES Act several months ago, and the Republicans had the HEALS Act, which also included $1,200 checks. That was, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, and both of those included checks. So both sides want a second round of stimulus checks, but it's interesting that the Republicans didn't include it this time around, and they might be using that as a bargaining chip. So what basically the Democrats will come back and say, well, there's no checks in there, and then they can say, okay, well, we'll give you checks, that we'll negotiate with you, and we'll throw the checks in there, making them think that they got some leverage there. Also, this bill included $10 billion for the post office, and the Democrats want $25 billion, so that's another place that they can negotiate on. But there was no money for states and cities, but that's because this is supposed to be a smaller stimulus package or a skinny bill. And the Republicans, at least, have said that they're willing to pass several of these different bills to get stimulus passed out. And then in subsequent bills, they can pass more of them to address other issues. Now, President Donald Trump said just a few days ago that he thinks that the Democrats aren't going to agree to any stimulus deal, with the election now being only about 55 days away, because they know that any stimulus deal, especially checks and unemployment extension passed right now before the election, will help out the president. It'll make people think that the president's doing everything he can for the people. The president did say on Friday several different times that there is a fund with $300 billion in it earmarked from the first stimulus package, and he wants to use that money to send out stimulus checks directly to the people, and that if they can't come to an agreement between the Republicans and the Democrats, that he's exploring possibilities on how to just pass that through a presidential executive order and get everybody another $1,200 stimulus check right before the election. You guys can let me know your thoughts on that down below. Do you think the Republicans didn't include the stimulus checks because they want to either have the Democrats negotiate on it and throw it in there so that they have a sweetener so the Democrats feel they're getting something with the package? Do you think the package is just dead on arrival and the Democrats are just going to ignore it? Or do you think this sets the stage for President Donald Trump to pass the stimulus check through the presidential executive order, in which he says there's already the money for it sitting in a fund that's been already earmarked for stimulus from the first stimulus package? Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. President Donald Trump also just recently said that he will put his personal money into the campaign if necessary. He actually said he would put in up to $100 million of his own money if it's needed to get his reelection and to spend that money on advertising. $100 million. Now, if you're Donald Trump, that's actually not a lot of money. I mean, it's a lot of money, but not that much, because he's estimated to be worth $2.5 billion with a B. He used to be worth over $3 billion, but his net worth is estimated to have been dropped by $600 million within the last year. Also, the state of California, which almost 40 million people live in, over 10% of the United States, says that they will begin sending an extra $900 to those unemployed due to this pandemic. As you can see here, as California's economy continues to struggle amid the pandemic, state officials will mark the Labor Day holiday by sending a $900 supplemental unemployment benefit to jobless residents. But many will not get the assistance right away, and nearly 200,000 people are not expected to get it at all. The lump sum payment covers 3 weeks of benefits retroactive to the week ending August 1st at the rate of $300 per week, and is paid for by the federal government. A lot of states are coming online as already having their unemployment benefits paid, and a lot of states have paid retroactive. You can see the amount of weeks paid retroactive here in this column. Alabama paid 4, Arizona paid 5, and California has not paid retroactive yet, but will be. All these states that say paid are already getting paid. All the ones that are payment pending should be receiving their money. A lot of them will be receiving it this week. If your state shows applied, such as Nebraska and Nevada, that means that your money is a little bit farther away. Let me scroll down here so you can see these other states here at the bottom. Also, this column right here is the estimated date on which the state is expecting to be paid if they haven't been paid yet, and there is an estimated date. A lot of these payment pending states are going to be receiving their payments this week, and I would think probably at the latest that a lot of states will be next week. I would think by the end of next week, probably almost all their states should have received their unemployment money. And that's good news because this money is running out. FEMA has said that this money is going to run out within the next week or so. So, unless they can divert new funds to it, they're going to have to come out with a new stimulus package or maybe another presidential executive order to pass more unemployment bonus money and also possibly the stimulus check. So, we're going to have a lot of information coming out here within the next few days. So, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on videos. We have videos going live at 10 a.m. 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can click the bell icon next to the subscribe button if you want to be notified when we go live. And don't forget to hit the like button for us down below. You can click on these videos to watch my newest stimulus check videos next. And this video teaches you how to start a business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have students that have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, and I will see you in the next video.